Hi guys, it's Xenia. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I have more celebrity perfumes to show you guys. Anytime I show any celebrity perfume in like any video, I always get comments asking me to like show more celebrity perfumes or do like my whole celebrity perfume collection, which I will be doing that at some point. But literally my celebrity perfume collection has grown so much. The whole like bottom shelf over here, which you guys can't really see, is like literally about to fall over because it's so full. I don't even have any more room on there to put more perfumes, but it's full of like just celebrity perfumes. That will probably be like split up into 2 videos, or if I can manage to like just talk really fast and include every single one of those perfumes in like one huge video. So I will be doing that at one point. Also, I have something that I want to ask you guys. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys 5 new celebrity perfumes in my collection, and I actually have 4 more that I'm going to make a separate video on. But I wanted to just ask you guys, would you rather want to see like a huge haul where I show like 10 perfumes all at once and it's like a 40-minute video, or would you rather want like 2 separate like smaller videos? I used to do the whole thing where I would show like a bunch of them all at once, like just haul a bunch, but I found that to be so exhausting by the end of it. I literally couldn't speak anymore because my voice would be gone. The editing process was just horrible, and I don't know if people really want to see like a 40-minute video showing like 10 perfumes. I feel like that's a little overwhelming. So let me know if you guys agree with me. At the moment, I'm kind of like on a no buy, and the perfumes that I'm showing, like the hauls that I'm doing, are kind of perfumes that I've bought like it's been a while that I bought these, and I've just kind of set them aside to do like my videos. So for you guys, it feels like I'm like just buying, but I'm like on a no buy at the moment. I'm just trying to like get out content for you. So yeah, let me know if you'd rather see like a whole like huge video with a ton of perfumes, or if you'd rather see, I mean, my videos are still long. Even the ones where I show less perfumes, they're still like 40 minutes long because a girl can talk. But do you guys prefer me showing like a ton of perfumes in one video, or like 5 or 4 perfumes in one video? Personally, I like this option, but I wanted to hear you guys' opinions on that. So please let me know in the comments. That will be very helpful for me going forward. But in this video, as I said, I have 5 celebrity perfumes. By the way, these are all blind buys. Normally, all the affordable perfumes that I get are pretty much all blind buys. Apart from one that I got from CVS, the rest are all from Ross and Burlington. But of course, I'll let you guys know where each is from. Let's get started with the first perfume. I've mentioned my love for this perfume in a different video. I got this perfume for the first time ever, like when I was a freshman in high school. I asked for it. My love for perfumes back then, like, it was big, but not as big as it is now. But I always like just loved perfume. And I asked for it because I saw like Mac Barbie 07. I loved her videos, and I saw her talk about this perfume, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I really want that perfume. So I asked my parents for it for Christmas one year, and they got it for me. And literally I wore it every single day to school. I wore it every single day. My friend came over and she saw this sitting on my vanity, and she was like, oh my gosh, is this the perfume that you used to wear in high school? And she smelled it and she was like, oh my god, it smells like you. Because this is like all I wore. This is the Taylor Swift Wonderstruck perfume. You guys don't even understand how long I've been trying to get my hands on this perfume, like in store. I feel like I'm always repeating myself with this, but I don't like, if you're new to this channel, I don't like ordering things online, so I very rarely order things online. I kind of just try my best to find things in store because I'm a very impatient person, and if I set my mind to go and find something, I will literally go to like every single store. I will spend an entire day looking for something when I could just get it online, but like I don't want to wait a week. I really want it. It's an Aries thing. I saw this at CVS. I was with my mom at CVS, and we were just checking out, and you know how they have like perfumes in the back, like at the cash register when you're checking out, and I was kind of like looking over there, and I saw this. I turned over to my mom and I was like, oh my gosh, that is the perfume. This is the 1 fluid ounce. It's the only size that they had it in. I think they had this one in like an even smaller bottle. I think this was like $25, which I feel like you could probably find the 3.4 bottle for like literally 15 bucks like online, but I just like I needed to get this perfume as soon as I saw it. So for those of you that don't know, this is what this bottle looks like. Now the bigger bottle, I don't know if they've reformulated this or changed the packaging. Like I don't know if the packaging just looks like this even for the bigger bottle now, I'm not sure, but the bigger bottle used to have some little keychains and stuff like that. I'll put up a picture right here is what the original bottle looked like. I don't know if they're still doing that, and this is just like, you know, how the like little version comes. I'm sure that that's the case because this is just like a smaller bottle, but this perfume is the best celebrity perfume I have ever smelled. This just takes the cake. If you have never had this perfume, I highly recommend this perfume. If you like perfumes along the same lines as Ari by Ariana Grande, which is another like one of my favorites. This also kind of smells like Justin Bieber Girlfriend. So it's like that sweet, kind of typical celebrity perfume scent, but this one is just the best, like absolutely the best. I wish that Burlington or Ross and all these stores would have this because I'm always like going to those stores to find my affordable perfumes, and I wish that they still sold this. This just reminds me of like going to high school for the first time, and it's just crazy. So I have a little tester strip here. We're getting professional with the tester strips, and by tester strips I mean printer paper that I cut up to look like tester strips. The memories. I literally cannot stop smelling this. This is like incredible. It's so good. Okay, anyways, let me not get carried away because I could probably sit here and smell this for the rest of this video and just like not talk. But I'm going to show you guys the fragrance notes for this because I always like to do that. So it has top notes of raspberry, blackberry, tea, apple blossom, and freesia. It has middle notes of vanilla, honeysuckle, and hibiscus, and base notes of peach, sandalwood, amber, and musk. I feel like all of the notes in this are blended so well that when you smell this, I literally cannot pick up on any like singular note. Everything is just so nicely blended, and it's like, it's sweet. It opens up kind of fruity, fresh, but sweet. And then it dries down to like that sandalwood, amber, musky, vanilla scent, but like the best combination of those that you can think of. It's so girly. This reminds me of fall just because when I wore this, it was like beginning of school, which is typically like August, you know, so it's like, you know, going into the fall time. So it definitely reminds me of just that. And it's just so, it's such a cozy scent for me. It brings back so many memories, but even just apart from that, this is such a good scent. And I know that people have their beef with celebrity perfumes and how they just don't last. I find this perfume to last on my skin forever, and it just gets better the longer that I wear it. The same thing happens for me with Ariana Grande's Ari. It just develops so nicely and it never really goes away. It kind of just becomes a really like intimate skin scent where maybe by the end of the day you may not be able to smell me if you're just like sitting in front of me, but if you kind of like give me a hug or, you know, you sniff at my skin, which is weird. I don't want anybody to sniff my skin, but you know what I mean. It's like you can smell it, like if you kind of go close, and it's just like this delicious, sweet, fruity, girly scent. This for me is just like the perfect innocent, sweet, inviting scent. It just encompasses all of that in here. I highly recommend this for anybody that just wants like an easy scent to wear, an everyday scent, but you like sweet scents, because this is definitely on the sweeter side. It's berries just done in like the best way possible. The closest perfume that I have to what this smells like would be Justin Bieber Girlfriend. I feel like they smell almost the same, like very similar. They both have like that berry opening and dry down of like this really sweet girliness to them both. But yeah, this is amazing. I'm so glad that I finally have my hands on this perfume and it's finally back in my collection, because I feel like this is like kind of what started the love of perfumes for me. It's all because of this perfume right here. Next up, I'm going to show you guys two Jennifer Lopez perfumes. You guys know, if you watch my videos, Miami Glow from JLo is probably like in my top 5 perfume list. I love that perfume. It's the only perfume I have backups of, because I get backups for a lot of body mist just because they kind of go quicker and all of that. But when it comes to perfumes, I usually don't get backups because they last me longer. It's not like I'm like going ham spraying my perfumes. But with my Miami Glow. That is a discontinued scent. I have a fear that is just going to like disappear on me, and so I have like a backup of it. I'm obsessed with that perfume. So I feel like that's the only Jennifer Lopez perfume that I have of hers, but not anymore, because I have two JLo perfumes in this video that I'm going to show you guys, and they are both amazing. I didn't know these perfumes existed until I saw them, and I was like very, very intrigued. So the first one is J Luxe by JLo. So this one I picked up at Ross. The bottle looks like this. It's kind of gold zebra print, very bougie, basically what I would expect Jennifer Lopez's packaging to look like. This is the 1 fluid ounce, and this is what the perfume looks like. Kind of bougie, kind of tacky. I don't know what it is with me. Like, is this anybody else? Because for me, square perfume bottles like this are like the most satisfying things in the world. Like, I don't know what it is about a square perfume bottle, but it looks so high end to me. I don't know what it is. It's really weird, but I just have this thing with like square perfume bottles. I just love like holding them. I don't know. This perfume completely took me by surprise because I did not think I was going to like love it, but oh my god, this is sexy. This is sexiness in a bottle. I feel like one of the things that I look for when I look for perfumes is sexiness. Like, I love it when a perfume just like exudes sexiness, and this is that. I'm gonna tell you guys which perfume I think this kind of reminds me of, but it has like a twist to that perfume. Before I do that, I'm going to share with you guys the notes in this perfume first. So this has top notes of pineapple, raspberry, and bergamot. It has middle notes of violet, orris, ylang ylang, damask rose, and base notes of amber, cedar, and musk. Oh, this is so good. I kind of grew up in Greece. I lived in Albania, so I'm very familiar with the scent of this alcoholic beverage. But if you guys know what ouzo is, in Greece, you have like these little ouzo shots. It's basically like a type of alcohol, and this kind of reminds me of the scent of ouzo a little bit. It's got a sweetness to it. It has a little bit of like this masculine vibe to it as well, like a cologne kind of vibe to it. But for me, this perfume is Lolita Lampica's big, sexy, badass sister. Like, that is this perfume. Like, Lolita Lampica is like the sweet girl, you know, she's a little fierce, you know, she's confident, she's out there, but this is just that, but like times 10, like very out there. This doesn't have like licorice notes or anything like that one has, but it kind of gives me those kinds of vibes, like very, very sweet. It has that sexy like amber base to it with the musk, but in such a good way. I feel like the more this dries, the more kind of unisex it gets, like more cologne vibes, but still it's got like that sexy feminine touch to it as well. And then I feel like that cedar is making this smell even sexier. Like, I know I keep saying that, but this is so good. I'm going to be making a video of like man-eater scents, and this for me is like a man-eater scent. There's just something about this. Out of all the perfumes that I'm showing here, this is like by far the sexiest. It's dark, it's dense, it's complex. It's not like your typical, I feel like, in my opinion, it's not your typical celebrity perfume. It honestly smells designer for me. I love this. This perfume basically embodies exactly like what this picture shows. Like, she looks super fierce, super sexy. She has a nice like leopard dress, and she's just, you know, confident, and she's JLo. Definitely recommend checking this one out. I got this at Ross. I don't know if I said that, and I think it was like 15 bucks. Super inexpensive. Definitely one to try out. It's a little bit deeper, darker, maybe a little polarizing. If you kind of like the same sort of sweetness type of scent that Lolita Lampica kind of gives you, then I feel like you might love this. But as I said, it's Lolita Lampica's like darker, sexier older sister, so just take that with a grain of salt. Okay, so for all of you fresh lovers out there, because I feel like I don't talk about you guys enough, because I know that I love my sweet scents and that's mostly what I buy, but I feel like my nose is kind of expanding to kind of just appreciate a lot of different types of scents, and this scent that I'm going to show you guys is probably one of my favorite fresh. I wouldn't even categorize this as like a fresh scent. It's kind of like fresh floral, but it's the most beautiful fresh floral. And let me tell you guys, this is the most expensive smelling celebrity perfume I have ever smelled. This smells like it should be like a $100 plus perfume. It is so good. It's so unique. The notes in it are very, very complex. It has very unique notes, like the composition and everything is so good about this. It lasts forever, which, by the way, I forgot to say for the J Lux one, I find that that one actually really lasts for me because it's a stronger perfume. It has like really good sillage and projection, so those types of perfumes just tend to last for a while, and that's what I find with that one. But the same is for this. So this is still by Jennifer Lopez. I think she said in an interview, like, out of all of the perfumes that she's created, which is a lot at this point, that still is like one of her favorites to wear. And I don't know how true that is, but if it is true, I totally understand why, because this is such a beautiful fragrance. There is like a sexiness to it because it's not just like your boring, fresh floral perfume. There's so much more to it. And this is what the perfume bottle looks like. The perfume bottle is pretty simple. The bottle itself, like the packaging, is literally the most basic packaging I've ever seen. It's just like a beige bottle and it says still. Everything about it is very simple, but the scent itself, it's so good. I'm going to read you guys the notes and then I'm going to talk about it a little bit, but I want you guys to see the notes of this perfume because there's a lot of really unique notes in this perfume. So this has top notes of Earl Grey tea, white pepper, mandarin orange, apple, and rice. It has middle notes of jasmine, lily of the valley, freesia, honeysuckle, rose, and orange blossom, with base notes of pepper, musk, iris, sandalwood, and amber. I feel like this, in my opinion, is, like, out of all of the celebrity perfumes that I've come across, one of the most complex smelling, one of the most complex like notes that I've seen. Like, all of the notes in this perfume are so unique, I feel like, and I don't know, just the blend of them all together is really good. This smells amazing. This smells like tea. Like, that Earl Grey tea is probably the most prominent part in this. And before I bought this, I was kind of skeptical because although I like the smell of tea, I don't know if I necessarily love to smell like tea. But this is like, yes, you do definitely smell that green tea note, but in like a perfumey way, like in a wearable way, not just like straight up you're rubbing tea on your body. Like, that's not what this smells like. It's also a little bit sweet. I feel like this reminds me of something that Dior would come out with. Like, one of the Miss Dior perfumes is reminiscent to those, in my opinion, like something that they would come out with. If I could just describe this in one way, it would be gorgeous. There's like this calming quality to it, and I don't know if that's coming from that green tea note. I feel like it is, but it just kind of makes you feel so calm and so at peace. Just super like mellow. Everything is so well balanced in it. There's nothing in here that's like screechy or that's gonna give you a headache. And the more that this dries down, it gets like a little bit of like this sweetness to it, but not in like a cloying sweetness, or very soft sweet, like just enough to kind of like sweeten this up. I feel like out of all of her perfumes, this is the most underrated perfume. I bought this at Burlington, by the way, and it was like $14.99, very inexpensive. And literally, if I had not seen this, I probably would have never heard about this perfume. I just don't hear many people talk about this. If you're trying to blind buy any perfume out of this video, this is the one to go for. I feel like this is so easy to love, even though it has very kind of out there notes. It has unique notes like that tea note. There's just like this very likable quality to it that I feel like if you love fresh scents, you're gonna love this. If you love sweet scents, you're gonna love this. It kind of has something that I feel like anybody can love. Don't be fooled by this really basic, simple bottle. Don't think that this is like your light fragrance, because this is a heavy hitter. In my opinion, this is a strong perfume. It has great sillage, it has great projection, it has great longevity. Like, all three of those are like 10 out of 10 in this fragrance. So don't be fooled by this super simple, fresh, light looking packaging, because this is so much more than that. And I feel like this is such an underrated perfume. I'm so glad to have this in my collection. I feel like if I didn't see this there, I would have literally never found out about this, because I hear nobody talking about it. All right, so moving on from Jennifer I was about to say Jennifer Lawrence. No, Jennifer Lopez. We're gonna get into Paris Hilton. So I have two new perfumes. Well, these are not like new perfumes. They're new to me. The first one is Can. So I'm gonna be honest. The only perfume that I have from hers is Gold Rush, which I really love. Gold Rush is an amazing dupe for Bon Bon from Viktor and Ralph. But I have smelled the like pink stripey, like black and pink bottle, this bottle right here. I've tried that, like I've sprayed it. It's thundering as per usual. It's not my favorite. I think, in my opinion, it smells kind of cheap. I don't know, there's something about it I do not like. But I was really influenced by a YouTuber to buy this perfume, and that YouTuber is Coco Pebs. I recently discovered her channel and I love the way that she talks about perfumes. I absolutely love it, and she was like raving about this perfume. She's included this in like multiple videos. She just talks very highly of it. She says it's sweet, it's girly. That's all you gotta give me and I will go and buy it. And this is just that. This is amazing. This is really good. I would have to say this is like my favorite one of her perfumes. Even out of Gold Rush, this is like topping Gold Rush because I really like this. It's very sweet, very like candy, fruity, sweet. Definitely reminiscent of Aquilina's Pink Sugar, but a more wearable, like softer version of Pink Sugar. This has top notes of nectarine, black currant, and clementine, middle notes of wild orchid, orange blossom, and base notes of amber, musk, and woody notes. I definitely get the amber, musk, and woody notes in the dry down. I'm a big fan of amber, but it has to be done right. Like the amber can't be like overshadowing all the other notes. Otherwise, it kind of just gives me a headache. But the way that the amber is done in this is so nice and is blended really well. And I love the black currant. I feel like literally every single time a perfume has black currant in it, I love it. I don't think I've ever come across a perfume that had black currant in it that I didn't love. So I feel like most of the time when I'm trying to like blind buy a perfume and I see that has black currant in it, that's usually like a green light for me to go ahead and get it, because I just know I'm absolutely gonna love it. And I absolutely love this. This is like, it's nothing like groundbreaking. It's giving me kind of typical celebrity perfume vibes. You know, that's typical like sweetness. It almost kind of reminds me of this. It's like the same type of sweet girliness that one has, which I'm definitely okay with because you guys know I love that perfume. It's very like sweet and synthetic smelling. You do get that amber definitely in this, but more so like in the dry down, but not in like a headache inducing type of way. And I definitely get that black currant in the opening. So all of that sounds like a dream to me, and this will definitely be staying in my collection because I really love this scent just for like an easy everyday type of sweet scent. These scents are like my go-tos on like the daily when I just don't know what to wear. This will definitely be that for me, and it was so inexpensive. I think it might have been like $10 at Ross, and I feel like every single time I've gone to Ross, I've always seen it there. So definitely stop by Ross if you're trying to pick this one up. I feel like out of all the perfumes that I've tried from her, this is like the best one in my opinion. So the last perfume I'm going to show you guys is actually not like the full perfume. These are samples, but I got this because I bought these two celebrity perfumes, which you guys will see in a different haul. But because I got those two perfumes, they gave me like these two samples. It's the same perfume, but I figured I would review it in this video just because, you know, this is a celebrity perfume, and it also is by Paris Hilton. So this is called With Love by Paris Hilton. This is like a really pretty bottle. This is the only one that I'm not like a huge fan of. I feel like it's the most boring. The perfume bottle for this, like the actual full bottle, is actually really pretty, as you guys are seeing up here. It's a really pretty bottle. It's like black. It looks very, I don't know, high end. The notes are pretty simple. It's like your basic fruity floral. It has top notes of green apple, kiwi, and bergamot. Middle notes of lily of the valley, orchid, wild jasmine, and base notes of musk and woodsy notes. It's very, I don't know, basic smelling to me. There's nothing like groundbreaking about it. I mean, it smells good, don't get me wrong. It's just like, it's not like something I'm like going out to get because I'm like dying over the scent or anything like that. Like, I definitely pick up on that kiwi, those bright fruity notes in the beginning. This one is also very similar to DKNY Be Delicious, like the green apple perfume, the one that looks like a green apple. It smells like this. It has the same sort of like fruity freshness to it. Judging by the bottle, I feel like this should have given me some like sexy darkness you know, sweetness, kind of like what that first J-Lux perfume gave me. Like, based off of the bottle, that's kind of like the vibe it was giving me, but then it smells like DKNY Be Delicious. Like, I feel like those are two very different things. Like, I feel like the bottle just doesn't match the juice. But I mean, it's a pretty scent. It's just a little basic. It's also one that I feel like nobody has talked about. Like, I don't think I've watched a single video ever of anybody mentioning this perfume. So let me know if you guys have ever heard this, or if this is just like a very underrated perfume of hers. Like, I don't know when she came out with this perfume, but let me know if you've heard of it. I definitely hadn't, so this was definitely new to me. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys like this. Let me know in the comments which of these perfumes you guys have and why you like them. And also, please don't forget to let me know about like my whole video idea. Like, if you guys want the longer videos with more perfumes or like lesser perfumes, please let me know that in the comments, because that would really help me out. That is it for me today. Please subscribe to my channel and turn your post notifications on, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.